If we're using software such as Excel to calculate areas on the normal distribution, we actually do not need to standardize the distribution first. We can directly find the area under the normal distribution curve for any mean and any standard deviation. The Excel command to find the area to the left of any x value on a normal curve with a mean of mu and standard deviation of sigma, we can use the command equals norm.dist. Notice we are no longer using the s for standardize. We'll use the x value that we want the area to the left of, comma, the average for the distribution, comma, the standard deviation for the distribution, comma, true. Close the parentheses, and with all that in parentheses, it should give us the area to the left of our x value. Let's try a few examples. We've been looking at this example that final exams were normally distributed with a mean of 78, that's our mu, and a standard deviation of 6, that's our sigma. So if we want the probability that a score is less than 80, we can draw our normal distribution with a mean at 78. 80 is to the right of that, and we want the area to the right. We want the probability of being less than 80. We can find that directly in Excel by typing in equals norm.dist, open a parentheses, the x value that we're interested in, comma, the mean of 78, comma, the standard deviation of 6, comma, and then true. And we find out the area to the left of 80 is 0.0606 when we round it. Let's look at another example. Let's say we want the probability that someone scores more than 75. So we've got our mean of 78 in the middle. 75 is smaller, so it's off to the left. And we want somebody to score more than that. So that's this area off to the right. Well, similar to how we work with the standard normal distribution, the normal distribution command only gives area to the left. So what we're going to do is we're going to remember that the entire area of the curve is 1, and we'll subtract off the area on the left. And when we subtract off the area on the left, that'll leave the area we want on the right. So we can type in equals 1 minus, subtracting off the left area I don't want, which is norm.distribution, open a parentheses, 75 is my value, the mean is 78, the standard deviation is 6, and we always type true. Commas between everything, close the parentheses, and when we hit enter, we find the area to the right of 75. The probability someone scores more than 75 points on the exam is 0.6914. What if we want the probability someone scores between 77 and 85? Well, drawing our picture, put 78 right in the middle. And we want somebody between 77 and 85. So we want this between area. Well, very similar to how we did the right area, we're going to do the area to the left of 85, which will include the white area we don't want. So we'll subtract off the area to the left of 77 to eliminate that left tail. So we can type in equals norm.dist, open a parentheses. We'll start with the 85, because we want all the area to the left of 85. The mean is 78. The standard deviation is 6. We always say true. And then we're going to subtract off the part we don't want, the norm.dist, everything to the left of 77, where the mean is 78 and the standard deviation is 6. Always true. And close the parentheses. And when we hit enter, we find the area between these curves is 0.4445. Because we have the use of this software, rather than doing the extra work of standardizing the curve, it's generally much easier to use the normal distribution command in Excel.